So we've just had one of the chaos vetings in the history of Ghana. Now, I don't know what is going on, but giving a minority leader an unlimited number of questions to ask, is it the right way to go? Because you could see from your screens what's going on. You could see the minority side putting the table, their chairs on the table, and then all those times spent on Sam George, and then all of a sudden they want to continue, and that's a problem.
There was one of the veterans that I remember when the chairman was trying to call Honorable Apenyo Markins to order, and then he made a point that they agreed that the ranking member will have a unlimited number of questions to ask, and that's the way to go. I think he was putting somebody in order who wanted a point. And
then he said the public should know. But was that the right thing to do?
So I don't think it's something written anywhere that they're following, but I think it's something they agreed on, that that's how they would run with the
But clearly you could see the man abusing that power. Or what do you think?
Unfortunately, the thing is that we have seen him abused from the very first vetting.
Yes.
I think even the chairman was interviewed, and he said the views of people have the right to their opinions, and that he was not frustrated. It's one of those things, and he's in control. So if he says he's in control, everyone was expecting that. Well, then let's see how it goes. At some point, you could see it could be his style, but there are times too that it went overboard.
But it didn't really look. What happened this evening showed that the chairman is not really in control of activities, because he couldn't control till the majority leader comes in, calls the minority leader out, and then speaks to the minority leader, or for the majority leader to come and say, okay, because things have been destroyed and all that, the vetting proceedings can go
even
on. With the chairman keeping quiet.
I have a very big problem with, because throughout you could see the live capture. The guy was smiling. The majority leader was smiling, speaking to this side, coming over to this side as if he was trying to resolve the issue. But throughout he was smiling, and things were being destroyed in the rumble. So if after all of this you have seen it, and then the decision you've come to is that, oh, let's let it go, is it because the things are being destroyed that you're letting it go, or you both decided, both sides decided that that's the best thing to do?
Is there a thing happening that the majority is thinking, okay, because we are the majority, we don't want it to look as if these people are not in the large, let's just give them an opportunity? But the fact of the matter is that they didn't go there majority as a favor from the minority. They went there as a majority, as a favor or a trust given to them by Ghanaians. So if we don't have trust in the group, and then we say, okay, we trust you more to lead us, and then you've gone there and then you're acting as if what's going on? Because from what's happening, if NDC had a majority vote and all that, I think this is a dent even more on them than the MPP.
It's a dent on them than they shouldn't even be looking at the MPP, because as he said, it's a dent on Parliament. It's a dent on us, because people are expecting that we hold our ground, but we expected the MPP to just take advantage.
To stay because they disrespected the speaker, the chairman, the deputy speaker.
They've been disrespecting him since.
Exactly. So what they did, you should come in and say, no, we have to go on per the direction of. And then you just say, let us go. They could go on.
It's your place. You should not be the one wondering about the
media.
TV
stations have their own microphones.
Have never carried the vetting. Yes.
The TV stations
that have never been carried on the media.
Yes.
So you make sure that they sit there with a broken table taken away. They sit there. If you want to be part of it, sit there and do the vetting.
And the TV stations have their microphones.
Or you get a mic. If you want to ask a question, you come forward, use the mic, ask your question and go. That is what you've made.
Because what we've seen is rather unfortunate. And the majority will say, okay, the tables have been destroyed or not. See from the screen, see what is happening. We are the taxpayers. You go there and then you destroy things, and it's normal for everyone, and we should all take it like that.
I think he was even more worried about the international community than the fact that state property has been destroyed. So all those who broke the tables and all that should be let to go. No apology.
See, someone could have passed away with that chaos. Something could have happened to anyone.
Something could have happened. And the annoying part is that you could see police all through. From the time they started putting the chairs on the table, police started coming in. So the police were amongst them whilst they were destroying the microphones, pushing the tables. The police was right behind Jerry Shaibu or so, or right in front of him, when he just pushed the table. And to our knowing, The table was two foot of the table have been
Yes, these are state assets.
broken.
Well, me personally, I'm pushed to think the chairman doesn't have control of the vetting over the vetting committee.
He doesn't have control to be able to sit down for somebody to ask unreasonable questions. Excuse my asking, but some of the questions, you see, at some point you told him that you have 3 questions to go, because it's as if they had went back and he agreed that he should stop that line of questioning, and then he was saying he was going to focus on certain questions. Then he went back to questions that refer to Akufo-Addo. That's why he said you have 3 questions to go. Then he released the nominee.
Fine.
So after all of that, you sit through it. You
it.
couldn't push a table. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything to stop him. You sit through it for all the number of vettings, and then
You
once
have
you
the
say
power
that there
to
are 2
call them
people
to
left
order,
or 3 people,
sack them, and then continue your proceedings. But what have happened? In fact, me personally, I don't think Ghanaians are really happy for what just happened. The majority think they are doing Ghana a favor, but
they are micromanagement, but they've still shown their power. They've always been arrogant.
They've shown their power over the majority.
They don't care.
It's not fair.
They can go rude anytime. They can be arrogant anytime.
I agree with Jifar Gomeshi when she kept on saying that they are micro minority. You've allowed them to get their way. You've allowed them to get their way. And
whilst
the majority leader was speaking, she kept on saying, "You've allowed them to get their way." We should be ashamed.
We didn't think of the guests that were there since morning.
Since morning. See, some judge was there from 7 a.m. 7 a.m. and then he had over 5 hours of questioning. The minority leader alone took over 3 hours of the questions. He alone. Is this fair? And then at the point they say continue, and you're angry. Meanwhile, you've all come to an agreement, and you're angry.
For a leader of his, for him to know that you're going to drill somebody this way, he should have even thought of the people's guests, the guests of the ones outside.
They don't care.
And then if you had to send some home, start discussing that
exactly,
whilst you're on the 10th person or something. But you don't care.
What
you
they
have
tend
no
to
regard.
forget is that those people seated there are all Ghanaians. Nothing is written on their foreheads that they are NDC folks. They are just there to support someone. But the fact of the matter is that they are Ghanaians. 4 years down the line, you go to these same people to give you your vote. If you disrespect them today, now you make them sit for hours, you don't care, you are not worried, you don't care because you just feel you want to drill a particular person. You make people sit for 4 to 5 hours over questioning. Well, I think we really need to check this vetting process. I think the chairman needs to take control over the vetting process. I don't think what the majority leader came to say was in a good line with the chairman, because it makes the chairman look weak. It makes the chairman look weak. It makes the chairman look like he doesn't really have control over the whole proceeding. So someone else have to come to actually control activities and all that. Well, that's my thoughts on it. What do you think? Yes.
What you mentioned now, that in 4 years they might have to pay for it. You see, we hope that we will not be seeing so much of this. If they are going to start this way, they're not going to help us, because this is not the Ghana we chose to. This is not the research we wanted.
Don't say we hope they want. Are you speaking to the majority or the minority?
The majority.
The majority.
Because we cannot wait 4 years to vote anybody out, and they are going to have to stand their
They can't
ground
do this
and make sure that things that need to get done, because the micro minority are also ready
to
frustrate their activities. Yes. And it seems they've already started giving them away. You are all smiles. State property has just been destroyed. You are all smiles. Okay. A vetting that you say international community is watching, you are all smiles going through. Just come and tell us that, as you can see, logistically we can't continue. Logistically is just the list of our problem. We have a lot of people came and gave the same time to the people have been in the sun or in their cars, wherever they are, and they've been waiting for you, and you come and say logistically, see, we can't continue, and so you let it go and let people who have frustrated our activities from the very first vetting to just go score. They are happy, they are making calls, and they are happy. They have won, and you're telling us
you saw the conversations we were having after.
Nothing, no apologies to the Ghanaian people. You just say logistically can't go. The list of it, they could even stand and do that vetting.
They could stand and do that vetting. It's rather unfortunate. Personally, in fact, I'm more disappointed in the majority than the minority.
I hope President Mahama is also disappointed as we are.
I feel the majority should have stood their ground, because the fact of the matter is that what they did was wrong, and then we've made them go away with it, and then they are feeling good that they succeeded. Now, if you keep on doing that each time, they would keep on doing that to us. and it will look as if we have no power, and the citizens have no power. The majority we voted into power are also weak, they don't have any power, and it will keep on going like that. And the more it goes like that, even the NDC people will start losing faith in the NDC. Well, that's my personal opinion. What do you think? Keep your comments coming in the comment section. You could see on the screen what happened, and it's really bad. And then I think those who were seen on tapes like the Shaibus and all that, they need to really pay for the things they destroyed and make to render an uncalled apology to the general public. Because one, we pay for those things, even though we don't see us paying directly. It was bought from our taxes and all that, and we voted them to work, not to do these things. If you don't want to take part, move away. If you don't want to take part, state your property. Don't destroy our properties. I don't think if a civilian went there to destroy properties, anyone will actually be happy about it. So if you in leadership do this, then you should know that yes, with Ghana the control is going down, and then we are in danger. This is troubling. Until we come your way again, keep watching. Peace.